Hi. I'm continuing commenting on this publication of the Watchtower on the Book of Acts, Bearing Thorough Witness. So on page 9, first chapter, Go and Make Disciples, they make this comment: the publication that you are now reading is designed to help you make a careful study of the Book of Acts. Then, two paragraphs down, it says, the aim of the chapters that follow is not to provide a verse-by-verse discussion of Acts, but to draw lessons from the events recounted in that Bible book and help us to see how we can make personal application of points learned. So my question would be, how is this a careful study of the book of Acts if we aren't going to look at it verse by verse? I would say it can only be careful as to what it shows you and doesn't show you. But it's not a careful study of the book. It is an agenda-driven commentary on the book, the Watchtowers. Cherry-picked information to serve their own purpose. So I wanted to show you some samples of what's available in the way of Bible commentaries on the book of Acts. I've only just picked 4. They're all very readable. So the first one is this one from the Tyndale New Testament series. You can get a whole series of all the New Testament books from this set, very reasonably priced. And if you're just starting to get Bible commentaries, I would recommend it. I used it quite a bit. This particular one is written by I. Howard Marshall. It's called The Acts of the Apostles, an Introduction and Commentary. So just wanted to read to you the contents of the book. Contents, I've missed it here. The contents are general preface, author's preface, chief abbreviations, and bibliography, and a map of the Near East in the 1st century A.D. Then you get into the introduction, which is from page 17 to about page 54. The introduction is divided into the purpose of Acts, the theology of Acts, the historicity of Acts, the origins of Acts, and the permanent value of Acts. And then there's an analysis. The commentary itself starts on page 55 and runs 427 to page 427, verse by verse. Look at the book of Acts. You can also get Old Testament Tyndale set as well. Same thing. You get different authors so that you get a sampling of different teachers. It's very good. Second one that I wanted to show you was this one, John Stott. The book is called The Spirit, the Church, and the World, the Message of Acts. Let's just look at his content page. This one has author's preface, chief abbreviations, and a bibliography. Stott's bibliography is 4 pages long, and then a chronological table. The introduction starts on page 21, and then right into the commentary. So from page 21 to 405, that's the verse by verse dealing of the book of Acts. The third one I wanted to show you is F.F. Bruce. This one doesn't got a fancy cover. The Commentary on the Book of the Acts. The English text with introduction, exposition, and notes. This book has been continually in print since 1954. The one I have here is 4th printing, but it's continued to be printed. The contents has an intro from page 15 to 27, and then from page 28 to page 536 is verse-by-verse commentary. The fourth one, and the last, is this book here. I don't think you can read that. This one is The Acts of the Apostle, an Exposition, by Richard Bellward Rackham. This one has 115 pages of intro information, and then 513 pages of commentary in quite small print. This is probably the first great commentary of the modern era on the Book of Acts in English. It was first published in 1901, and this one is the 11th edition in 1930 that I'm looking at. So this is they all break it up slightly differently, but they're all very easy to. They're not that challenging, I would say. The first two that I showed are probably a little bit more moderate, but you're going to find valuable information in all of them. The last two are probably a little more scholarly, a little more deep, but readable, very readable. I'm going to link to two videos that we've done. The first one is Christ Gave Teachers, Luke and the Church's Rich Resources, Contradictory or Complementary? That's always the accusation of the Watchtower, or people who don't read commentaries often think that the commentaries are full of disagreements. Well, read them and you will be pleasantly surprised. The second one is, do we XJWs know how to sift sources and distinguish between experts and enthusiasts?